Today we're going to cover Chapter 16, titled Carve It in Stone, Put the Plan in Writing. Why is it so important to put your plan in writing? Think back throughout history. Have humans always lived up to the promises they've made? Typically not, but if they put something in writing, they had a contract, it stated what they had to do, what they had to fulfill, make them accountable and responsible, then most likely things got done as promised. So what we recommend is that you always have what we call a letter of understanding, or more importantly, a written comprehensive retirement income plan from your financial advisor or broker. What we find is that no retirees or soon-to-be retirees have one of these, and it's imperative that you put everything down in writing that you're doing in your retirement income plan. Otherwise, you won't know how much income you're receiving, and you won't know that it's guaranteed forever. So very, very important that you know all the details. Well, we're going to create, with every client we work with, what we call the 24 levels of commitment to your success. And this is in the chapter. Very important. You want to demand your current advisor or your new advisor provide you this. The amount of income you and your spouse desire throughout retirement. The amount of assets that will be used to provide guaranteed lifetime income. The amount of assets that will be kept liquid. A printout of your total annual income made up of the individual income sources for each year of your entire projected retirement. A printout for each year of your projected retirement showing when each income source will be started, stopped, increased, or decreased. A printout projecting for each year of retirement what you can potentially leave to your beneficiaries after you've taken out your retirement income, after you paid the fees, and earned a reasonable rate of return. What happens to the assets after you pass away? You want it to show a printout of the income tax you're going to pay when you're taking your income out. You want a written, fully understandable plan of all the material details of your comprehensive retirement income plan, the reasons you originally established this plan, the reasons you originally invested in each asset, how and when you plan to use each asset, how much income each asset will provide and for how long, does the asset provide guaranteed lifetime income, what type and amount of volatility your assets will be subjected to, a description of any principal protection for this asset, a description of any income riders and how they work in your plan, specific goals of the plan and the return rates you desire, how each asset will benefit your spouse after you pass away if you're married, the advantages and disadvantages of each asset, the cost, fees, and surrender charges for each asset, how each asset can be accessed for income and or lump sums in the future, a written printout stating how each asset is part of the overall plan, and all company illustrations, disclosures, and materials. Now, if you had all of those things we just talked about in writing, don't you think you have a significantly higher probability for retirement success than if you didn't have those things? And we guarantee right now you do not have these items. So what we did in this chapter was give you a sheet that if you really like your current advisor, your broker, go ahead and take the sheet that we created in this chapter to them and have them fill this out for you. Have them sign it saying they will provide you all of these items. Have them sign it saying they guarantee they will give you all this information. They'll tell you exactly what your fees are. They'll tell you how much your income will be, how much is guaranteed, when it's going to start and stop, and they'll do all of this in writing. What we'll find is very few, if any, advisors will sign it. So then bring this form to us and we'll sign it for you and we'll provide you these types of services and put everything we do in writing. You have to get every part of your plan in writing. If you don't, there's too much of a margin for error. Your fees can be higher than you think. And we've seen that happen so many times when a consumer thinks their fees are at 1%, they're actually paying 4%. Your income isn't as much as you thought. We had so many times where consumers thought they were going to get $12,000 or $24,000 of income per year, and it was significantly lower than that because it wasn't guaranteed. We want to make sure whatever's promised to you is fulfilled. And the only way you can do that is make sure you carve it in stone and put your plan in writing.